Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all students. Yes, we have started the poem, that is the last one again in the previous video. So we have seen about the introduction of the poem, production of the poet, as well as we have completed the explanation of the first two stanza. In the first two stanza, we have seen in the first stanza, that is in this poem, the speaker who want to be appointed with some work, that he was hired by the king with his power, in which he was not satisfied and he went away from there. That we have seen in the first stanza. In the next stanza, that is in the second stanza, we have seen that when he was even more in the difficult times, he saw that he was passing through a crooked lane, in which he saw that one old man came out of the house and he was appointing him to return, in which he was going to give him money. So he started to count that, and which was not satisfied by the speaker as well. So in both this stanza we have seen the speaker who was longing for something else than the power or the wealth. He was longing for some we can see that freedom in his work, which he was not found in the both the things, that is power which the king is offering, in which the power will be vanished when the king will die, and the wealth which was offered, that is the money which was offered by the old man, that will be vanished. It will went away when it is spent by today, and tomorrow that money will not be returned in any form. And if the speaker want to say that in both the cases, the thing which was offered to him, it is not everlasting. It will be there for some moment and it will be gone away from me. So he was not satisfied and he went away from that place. Now let us move on to the next two stanza, that is in the third stanza. What is the work given to him, and what was he was offered for that work, and what he was doing, whether he was satisfied or not? Let us see in this third stanza. So see here, it was evening. That means at last, with a very little hope that becomes, because in the morning you will get up in a fresh mood of starting with a day with a hope and courage, with a we can say 100%. But in the evening, when your hope and courage will go down and down, where you will feel like whether we will get or not, let us try once, like that you will try. So such a way the speaker in the poem is trying for the last, we can say last thing on that day. He just want to try and try till he is succeeding in his we can say views or opinions which he want to expect in his life. So in this stanza, it was evening, with a little oak, the garden hedge was all a flower. Hedge, which means the fence or boundary of a house, we can say. A fence or boundary. Boundary was all of a flower. That was, we can see that it was a beautiful garden over there when it was evening, where this speaker was walking on that side. So that where he was walking, he saw a beautiful garden, and the fair maid came out and said, a fair maid is a working woman from that house, came from that house, fair maid, we can say very beautiful lady she was. So, and came out and said, I will hire you with my smile. So here what he is offering to his work, he was offering her smile. Her smile, what happened now? I will, that is here, I is the girl, the lady who was offering the work to the speaker. So here the girl, that is the lady, is saying that she will appoint the speaker with her smile. So her smile paled and melted into tears. So what happened? Here the speaker is thinking that her smile, if she is giving to me, it will turn into sadness as well as into tears when the times goes on in future, because we cannot smile in all the situations situation. So her smile is not everlasting. So what happened? The speaker is also not satisfied with the thing which he is getting, remuneration which he is getting for his work. So, and as she went back alone into the dark. Alone into the dark means he was without hope and courage, because the day and she went back alone into the dark means because she was not itself having a good life, we can say. She was also vanishing into the dark, because in the dark we cannot see any person. So in the same way, when the speaker saw that lady went into the dark, and when it was full of dark, when the lady was not shown, that we can say the speaker is thinking himself that his day is went into darkness, that is without hope. But still he was having a little hope that next day I will start my search in the next day with a hope that I will get whatever I am expecting. So darkness is the thing which the speaker is thinking about himself, that he was hopelessness of the day. Yes. So I hope you have understood the third stanza, the last stanza of the poem. Let us see in the last stanza whether he get the job where he was satisfied with his whole heart. Yes, the sun glistened on the sand, glistened, brightened, we can say, on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly, unpredictable, we can say. Unpredictable. So here, in this line, we can see that the naturality sting was being discussed by the speaker, where he is showing that in the morning, the next day morning, when he started to work on the road, we can see that the sun was glistening on the sand, where he was walking through the seashore, so the sea waves go waywardly, unpredictably. So he was lover of nature, we can understand from these lines. Yes, a child sat playing with shells. So here a child is sitting on the seashore, where he was sitting and playing with the shells. The child shows here that he is not having any desire of the power, wealth and beauty of himself. So here, when we are a child, we will play in such a way that we are not bothered about anything. We will be very free. So here also the child is playing with the shells, where he saw the speaker looking up. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, he was just looking up to the speaker as if the child knows that speaker very well, and he was asking, he was telling the speaker that I will hire you with nothing. That means here, I hire you with nothing, that the child is not having anything with his hand. Because when we were child, we will be not having, because we will be dependent on our parents. So here, this was the line which affected the speaker very much, because he was searching for this only since long, we can see. I hire you with nothing. Nothing the child was having. So here the speaker is appointed for the work which he will get nothing. And he will be free. See, from henceforward, that time onwards, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. That struck the speaker very much, in a sense that he started to play with that child and made the speaker free in his life without anything on his mind, we can say. The speaker started to play with the kid without thinking about the power, the wealth and the beauty of anywhere else. So this was the freedom, that is, the speaker is longing for freedom, liberty and independence. We can see. So here the speaker is longing for this. Not only the speaker, here in this world so many people are working, but we don't know that they are enjoying their freedom in their work, they are enjoying the liberty in their work, or they are independent in their work. So this shows that we should work in such a way that we should not give our self-respect, as well as we should be free in our work without any headweight in our life. And that is what the poet also suggests through the speaker. And here in the last bargain, that is the child who was bargained with nothing, that was the search of the speaker, not only the search of the speaker as well as the people everywhere in the world. I hope you have understood the third and the fourth stanza. Let us have a look on the literary device used in these two stanzas. So see here in this stanza, it was evening, which suggests the little hope of the speaker. I guess you have understood which literary device we are talking about. Yes, symbolism. The hidden meaning in the phrase or a word. So, the garden hedge was full of flower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with my smile. Smile is a showing of beauty, we can say. Beauty by someone. So in the next line you can see her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the darkness. Alone into the darkness she went away, but that darkness symbolizes that without hope of the end of day. That end of the day, the speaker was without hope, we can see. Without hope of the end of the day, we can say. So here in this stanza, the symbolism used around this, and the next stanza we can see, sun glistened on the sand, the sea waves broke waywardly, which means love to the nature. Love to the nature by the speaker. Got it? And the next we can see that the child sat playing with shells. That is the child play. We can see that without any desire of power, wealth and beauty. The child symbolizes, we can say, when we are child, that time we are not bothered about any power, wealth and beauty. We will be free in our world. So that was the longing by the speaker, and he raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. Nothing, which means we are not bothered about anything. Nothing shows that the speaker is longing for some freeness, which he wants nothing for that. For freedom we will not get anything. For liberty we will not. Independence we will not get anything, because for this we will not be paid anything. For work we are paid for something or the other. But when we want free or anything in our work, for that it should not be paid anything, and we are longing for that since so many long years, we can say, by the people in the world. So this was the meaning, and from henceforward that bargain struck in child's play made a free man. Free man, which shows that freedom, liberty and independence. So I hope you have understood the literary device symbolism in both the stanza. Next comes the alliteration. Alliteration which was used. It was evening, the garden hedge is used. See here, was and was. That means you can see the was sound is repeated again and again, alliteration, and the garden hedge was on a flower here. No sounds of the consonant are repeated. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. So here also no words are similar, you can see sounds. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Here also you can see smile, she. So you can see sir sound is repeated, and here the sun, sand, sea. So S sound is repeated again and again in the lines, and you can see in the next sat, shells, which has been repeated the consonant sounds in the lines, and the next line he raised his head, he had, and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforward that bargain struck in child's play made me free man. So you can see here all the alliteration used in the third and the fourth stanza. Yes, you can see here seemed and said also S sound that is repeated again and again. So alliteration, however it is used, you can understand by both this stanza. I hope you have understood the poem well. So I will give you the question answers and the word meanings in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.